r/ruleshorror. Posted by u/shadow curse 75. Welcome to Mistfall. Well, congratulations for successfully moving into Mistfall without much incident, new neighbor. I apologize for not being able to greet you in person, but work has been especially busy. Anyway, since you're not from around here, I just thought I should warn you about a few things and introduce you to a few ground rules for living peacefully in this place. 1. Be nice. Not only is it polite to do so, but you never know what you might be talking to. 2. The nightlife in this place is great, so you can feel free to go out and explore. Just keep in mind that streets with the word bride in its name become unsafe after midnight. Make sure that you are well out of them 15 minutes before 12 a.m. I don't know what exactly goes down if you stay, but it's definitely nothing good judging by the screams you can hear. 3. As you walk around this city, you might notice underground subway station entrances. Enter only at your own risk. While they are much faster than the above-ground railways, nobody really knows where they came from, and they have their own particular set of rules. The above-ground railways are safe. Just keep away from the tracks. 4. I stapled a map of the city to the back of this note. There's will be zones indicated in yellow, orange, and red, and rules that you should follow for each zone. 4a. Yellow zones warrant caution, but they aren't lethal. Be careful of anything weird, such as a shadow moving when there is nothing that could have caused it, or a streetlight that seems to have changed places when you were not looking. You should be prepared to run as well. The creatures can't kill, but you'll still get a nasty cut or a broken limb if they manage to catch you. 4b. Orange zones are dangerous, and I heavily recommend not passing through unless you are with an experienced guide. This is the point where the creatures and the wounds they inflict become lethal, and your surroundings may change drastically in the blink of an eye. 4c. Red zones are also known as kill zones, and for good reason. Unless you are with the people mentioned in Rule 5, never enter, and avoid them as much as you can as well. Your corpse will not be recovered. 5. There are people that are not affected by the creatures in this place. They will all have their own marks, but more specifically, look for white horns growing out of their head, or people with a simplistic blue eye tattoo that seems to be glowing. They will let you stick with them if you are in danger. Try not to piss them off. 6. Continuing from the above rule, anything, ranging from people to notices to buildings, marked with a single blue eye is safe. It is her symbol. Make damn sure it is blue and glowing, it's a trap otherwise, and you don't want to end up in the clutches of what's brave enough to imitate her. 7. If you receive a message from an unknown sender, do not open it. All messages you receive from an unknown sender, whether it be a text or email, are either traps or scams. Delete it immediately without looking at its contents. If you do open the message, show the picture to somebody else within 60 seconds, and it will take them instead of you. If you don't, you have exactly 2 hours to call your loved ones, notify the police, and get to a secluded place. It won't save you, but it will make the cleanup easier. 8. Any and all imagery associated with hell mark relatively safe points. It is not absolute like the eye, but its owner is powerful enough to ward off any others. The buildings will usually be bars or nightclubs, but if you explain your situation to the bouncers they will let you in no matter your age or appearance. Just don't lie to them, and make sure their horns are white. 9. If you ever see a plum tree growing where it shouldn't be growing, like in the middle of an alleyway or out the side of a building, clasp your hands together and bow to it 3 times to please its gardener. You might find tree roots starting to invade the pipes and vents of your home if you don't. 10. Sometimes, you may see a breaking news announcement interrupt whatever you are watching on television. When it happens, look at the color of the announcement's text closely. If it is blue, you are free to watch. If it is orange, close your eyes, unplug your television as fast as possible, and head over to your nearest westward window. Open it before placing your hands on the windowsill and bowing deeply once before continuing on with your day as normal. You won't be able to dodge him if he comes for you anyway. Don't worry, he'll make sure your body is made into a true work of art, worthy enough for a breaking news announcement the next day. 11. Sometimes you will see a pale white figure around the streets at night. It will look like an unnaturally tall and malnourished humanoid, with very long arms and a constantly open mouth. Ignore it and do not acknowledge its existence. It is very shy, and a simple look will scare it badly. Nothing will happen to you, it's way too anxious to attempt anything, but its life is already hard enough. Don't be an asshole. 12. Very rarely, you will see buildings marked with a butterfly-like pattern. If you wish to keep your identity and sense of self, do not go inside. Change is not always a positive thing, no matter what the nice lady out front with that pretty butterfly hairclip says. She's not even a person, she's just a more evolved version of the little light anglerfish used to lure their prey in, so don't fall for the honeypot trap. 13. Sometimes, you might see a white cat with blue eyes wandering the city. The cat is her. Treat her like you would a human, remember that she could rip your throat out, and don't try to scratch her ears. She doesn't like it. Posted by you/reindeer, Pleasant 7054. Rules for sleeping in the harbor. Rockland Yacht Club strongly discourages sleeping on board your boat, and cannot be held liable for damages that may occur between sunset and sunrise. Rule 1, obey the zero signal hours. Between 8 p.m. and 6 a.m. absolutely no horn or whistle signals are permitted. Rule 2, stay put. Attempting to come ashore after dark in a dinghy is extremely risky, and the cove is not patrolled. Rule 3, cover your boat's name. Names hold a lot of power at sea, and no one who means well seeks power after dark. Rule 4, stay in the loop. Keep your radio on the club channel, number 7. The other channels are mostly just passing freighters and lobster boats, but you never know who's listening. Rule 5, take no calls. All traffic on the club channel is informative, not communicative. Ignore anyone trying to contact you via radio. Rule 6, cover all mirrors on board your vessel. Rule 7, no feeding the wildlife. The fish and waterfowl native to this area are not nocturnal. The things that are very skilled in camouflage. Rule 8, mind the dress code. Guests may dine at the club, as long as they follow the dining room dress code. The club also has a general dress code, though it's quite broad. Men may not wear red, and women may wear no diamonds besides their engagement ring. Rule 9, prepare for the worst. Storms here are vicious, and the water is deep. Don't get caught unprepared. Rule 10, heed your warnings. The most dangerous boat on these waters is a little red dinghy. Should it approach, and only in this specific instance, fire one distress flare.